Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Feed the Beast series. And we're just up here hanging out, chilling on the tower for the mob spawner. Um, Controls just locked up for a moment there, kind of lag bubble type of thing. Um, so last episode we got the majority of the structure built out, and now we just need to finish building up the tower. There we go. Now I can move again. And the rest of the spawner platforms. So right now, it looks like we got roughly half of the platforms, spawning platforms built out. So now we'll just build out a couple more of these, and we should be ready to start closing this thing up. Once we can start closing it up, then the real fun happens, and we start having things spawn up here and give us all their good things. Come over here, put torch in place, and let's see, we get one opposite here. Let's build the walls on this platform. Come around this way. Just like so. And let's see, drop down. Like so. Water goes here. So we need a wall up this way. And let's see, we're going to have a water platform out this way. See, now if I was really thinking, I would have just brought a couple of materials, like brought regular smooth stone for part of this build, so that I could keep track of what parts are actually going to which particular component. Would have made it easier to make sure that I'm counting everything out the right way. But, yeah, I didn't do that, so oh well. Let's see, this comes up out that way, closes up this. I don't really need that, I just need this up like so. No, I don't want these in my face. Don't know why you would think I'd want those. I am lagging like crazy right now. Hang on, I've got to turn off some stuff because I shouldn't be lagging quite like that. We're going to hit that button. That should alleviate the lag here in a moment. I left my web browser running, which shouldn't be causing me that much problem, but usually I turn it off when I start recording, but I thought I'd be okay this time. Apparently not. Okay, this is a corner. We need to come out here. Build this across like so. This comes this direction. Ends up this way. Let's see here. This. Hardest part about building this is making sure I don't end up falling off of the tower in the process. Because just like it kills the mobs, it's instant death for me too. Okay, there. And a wall. Like so. Okay. Down we we go. And out this way. Water here. Wall. And wall here. Spawning bonus spot. And wall there. And almost done building all these spawning pads. Well, didn't really need to use that block, oh well. Once we get this thing going, it will greatly increase our EMC production, and it's also an automatic EMC producer, so we don't have to, like with the tree farm, we have to manually cut the trees down in order to harvest the EMC. Okay, now we just need to close this spot. Okay, so we put, I think we want that because that gives us another bonus spot and shouldn't spawn spiders. I think I had those in those spots before. And up this way. Okay, that should sort out all of the spawning pads. We still do not actually have a door design in place, nor do we actually have our roof access sorted out. We'll start building our roof up a little bit here. We'll leave that open at the moment. Mainly just want to make sure that I have enough of the roof pieces in place to start figuring out how to build it out. That should be okay like so. I think we are ready to... Let's test a couple of spots with the water and make sure they flow the right direction. So there we go, flows towards the center, perfect. And how about this spot? That flows straight to the center, perfect. Okay, so all of those are the same, so we should be good on the water setup. So now, as you can see, we have all of the spawning pads configured. I don't want to put this block back until we're ready to actually come all the way across. And what I think I will do is come back up on here and build out some of the roof here across to the other side there. I am going to need to go back down to the main, to our transmutation tablet and pick up more torches and some more ladders so that we can access our, finish making our roof access. And with this design as well, if we wanted to build more layers to it, this acts as the bottom of the next layer up. So if we wanted to build more layers on this, all we have to do is just start, the next set of spawning pads right on top of this layer. So this would be the spot where all of the water channels would go. This spot wasn't really needed, but we're going to just fill it in anyway. Darn it, I keep putting blocks down there that I don't want. Okay, so we're going to put a torch here, one here, one here, and one right about there for the time being. Let's drop back down. Do we have anywhere right in this area? We can do a... We're going to put a infinite spring in right here so that we can go set up our water flow. And then we'll, once we get the water set up, then we'll head back down and get the rest of the resources that we need. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky to move around because of the water flow is pushing you around, and you can't really jump under these very effectively. So it makes moving around the platform much harder once we start putting all of these pieces in place. I probably should actually go down to the ground and put a water spot in the middle of this thing, so that if we do end up falling, we don't just end up dying. Because we don't want to do that, especially not carrying our Philosopher's Stone and other things like that. We may be able to get them back somewhat easily if they happen to stay put or if they happen to stay. But the truth is, they may not stay put or they may not actually stay there when or may not be there when we respawn. That's not a good way to go. We are going to break this to get back up on top. Close that. Such a pain to move around on this thing. And we may end up having to... Well, we shouldn't have to fix any water because all of the water is covered. I think the flowing water shouldn't turn to ice. And all of the other water is covered, or all of the source blocks are covered. Okay, there we go. And if we get down there in time, we'll get a couple of snowballs. Okay, there we go. I think. Because they should have dropped off into the middle. Yeah, they did. Okay. And when we're done with that spring, then we'll make it disappear rather than leaving it there. I really need to finish access here. Let's see, this come up here. That'll do for now. Okay, this goes here. And finally, this goes here. So that gives us all of our water streams going back to the middle. So any mobs that fall into these channels will all just slowly make their way into the middle and fall down to their death. Perfect. And let's actually... should be able to... Oh, okay. This way... so. Let's come up the rest of the way like so. The wall here should end up... I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to deal with this possibly spawning. And ideal would be an iron door. If a zombie does spawn here, they shouldn't end up trying to break the door anyway, just because there's not anybody trying to drive them that direction. So it shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully not. And down we go, because we need more torches, and we need our door. So, let's see here. Do we have wood? We've got some wood. Let's see. Let's go chop down a couple of these trees. We won't worry about putting the saplings back at the moment. We just want the quick EMC. Hopefully we can reach all the way to the top. Okay, fine. There we go. Chop the trees. And getting EMC, because we need lots and lots of that. This will be so much easier once we can actually do a bit more automation, which is part of why we want the mob spawner going, because it is much easier to collect EMC from. And stick this sapling here. See if anybody else dropped things yet. Nope. Okay, let's craft us some planks. Turn these into a door. Actually, you know what I should do is just close it up entirely. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. I should just close it up, and then if I need to get in there, I just break it open with the pickaxe and call it a day. That would probably be the easiest thing to do, and probably the safest, since then I don't have to worry about, you know, zombies accidentally breaking down the door and letting light into it and all of that other jazz. I didn't make ladders. Darn it. You're supposed to remind me to do that. Yeah, right. So, yeah, I think that may be what we end up doing. That would be the easiest thing overall, I think. For the moment, we don't need that. Go up. That gets us on the roof. And we are going to attempt... We'll just bridge our way around here and work from the far side to collect all of our torches. And we're going to let stuff start spawning in here as we start closing up the roof. And we may end up getting back down to our torches, or our the cobblestone that we're breaking. We may get back to that before it disappears, before it despawns down below, but if we don't, it's only a couple EMC, it's not a big deal. This one I can jump to. That one over there. This one, break that. Jump over here. this, that, and that should let me get onto that ledge, because I need this broken. Whoa, almost went too far. This gets closed like so. And there we go. Already took that out of the way. Okay, so we've got to make sure now especially that we get this all lit up as we go. Otherwise we will probably end up with some nasty surprises up here with us. And we don't want that to happen. So, as we build this surface out, we'll just light it up with all kinds of torches, and hopefully we won't be too overboard, but I'm not too worried about the little bit extra if we end up going a little overboard. It will recover itself fairly quickly. I do want to try to mark the center of this, which is right here. So we're going to put a torch on each side of this. That's our marker, so we know where the center of the tower is. So if we do decide to build another level or 2 or 3, maybe later on, maybe if I decide to keep playing this after beating the map or something like that, there's other more efficient EMC generators that for general purposes we'll use, but we may make, if I decide to keep playing this later on, just for fun, we may do some other cool things with the tower here. And getting there, I need to go this way. I can't reach that tile. But we want to make sure that we don't have things spawning outside. I don't know if I don't hear anything spawning yet, but we're probably not dark enough yet, especially with all the torchlight above this. Okay, that one's not needed. Once we get some of these sections closed off, we might start hearing monsters inside of it. And there's another one. Let's see, just keep building out. And we'll slowly get this thing all covered up. It's actually the vast majority of it covered up now. I think I hear a skeleton around there. Not sure though. The nice thing about this design is it won't spawn Endermen, so we don't have to worry about parts of this tower disappearing or anything like that. We can always, if we really need to, we could cause an Enderman or turn one of the other mobs into an Enderman using the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, my nose is stuffy again. And get rid of this block. And let's see, how's our lighting? We need light in this corner. Some light here, some light here. There we go. And we're just about closed up here. There we go. Now if we hit F3, I think we're still too close for things to spawn right now. See, the entity count isn't really growing yet. Let's see, how are we looking at light here? One more here. So, we did go through, well, I guess the full stack is on the other side. Way up here, on either side. I'm going to leave this stepping area up for the time being. Yikes. I think I will make the other side all the way up. And this spot all the way up. No, actually this spot I don't want all the way up, because I want to be able to bring ladders to here, and then be able to step off onto the tower once I get the rest of the ladders brought up here. Okay, come on. Back up there. And we're going to, for safety's sake for the time being, since we don't have all the ladders yet, make sure that we can't accidentally fall off the edge while we are getting our ladder, or getting up onto our tower here. Come in here, put a light there. Put a light here. And we should be good to close this off. I should have refilled the buckets first, but we have another source down below, so that's not a huge deal. Looks like lighting in here is all pretty good. And let's head down. Down to the bottom. Okay, let's fill our buckets up real quick. And turn that light off. And we should very shortly have monsters spawning up there. Got a creeper on the bridge over there. Let's take a look up here and see. So now we're up to 18, 19. So yeah, we can see that entity count starting to jump. So that's all good. Next, we just need to make our obsidian pipe to collect the output from these guys. There you can see our first victim. So yeah, now they'll start to drop in here pretty quick, and that should start, that entity count should start growing pretty quickly as well. So now we're going to turn that back off. Now that we have this started, let's run back over here and let's get some obsidian. I think we just need 2, and we also need, let's see, it's not what we need. We need some sand that we can take in, well, let's grab all the sand and stick some gunpowder in, get some charcoal. We're going to stick a charcoal in there and cook up some sand into glass. And let's see if we can kill this spider. Come on. Come on. Come on, spider. Did I get the string? Nope. There we go. We have string. Yay! Teach that. Teach that. Turn this into bone meal. Teach the bone meal. And teach snowballs. Nope, can't teach snowballs. Let's see, we got obsidian and teach the glass. Now we should be able to take some obsidian like so, and some glass in the middle to get some obsidian transport pipes. and some cobblestone to make cobblestone transport pipes. Stick these in here, get some planks to make a chest. And one more for good measure. And it's time to wrap this episode up. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I hope you're enjoying the series. Please take a moment to like the videos and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out tremendously. And if you have suggestions for things that we can do, please feel free to leave comments. I do read all my comments and would love to hear from you guys to hear what you guys would like to see. Anyway, I hope you have a great evening and see you later.